Hello, Namaste. My name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is yet another requested video from you all. आप चाहते थे कि मैं डिप्लोमा इन IFRS जो कि ACCA ऑफर करता है उसे कवर करूं, सो आई एम डूइंग दैट टुडे. आज मेरे साथ है भावना. उन्होंने खुद ये सर्टिफिकेशन कंप्लीट की है और आज हम उनसे जानेंगे कि व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस, कैसा था उनका एक्सपीरियंस एंड हाउ डिड इट इनहांस हर करियर. नाउ इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, मेक श्योर यू स्टिक अराउंड टिल द एंड. वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो यार प्लीज लाइक करना बिल्कुल मत भूलना, सब्सक्राइब भी कर लेना और नोटिफिकेशन बटन को भी ऑन कर लेना क्योंकि आगे और भी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग, अच्छे और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस आपके लिए आने वाले हैं. Hi guys, so a lot of you keep asking about diploma in IFRS जो कि ACCA की तरफ से ऑफर किया जाता है. तो because आपके इतने सारे सवाल थे, I have Bhavna here with me. She has pursued the whole diploma in IFRS and she's going to tell us what it was all about. Before we get started, Bhavna, let's go ahead and introduce you.
Hi everyone. So I'm Bhavna. I'm based out of Mumbai, India. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I have around 6 years of work experience in different profiles like stat audits, financial reporting, legal entity controllership, and currently I'm into SOX audit. So this is a brief introduction about me.
Okay, so what is this diploma IFRS all about? And how did you think about doing it?
Okay, so initially when I registered with this course, I was into the legal entity controllership role supporting the UK region. And that gave me the thought that I should go ahead and take up the diploma in IFRS course because it would help me to understand more about the international financial reporting standards. So this course is offered by ACCA, which is the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants from UK. And it is a globally recognized course. So as everyone knows that IFRS are one of the generally accepted accounting principles, like one is US GAAP, one is IFRS, and around more than 180 countries, they follow IFRS or they have adopted IFRS or they have converged their accounting standards to with IFRS. So recently India also moved, India also converged, and we have the NDS. So that was the inspiration. Like I wanted to know more about it so that it could help me in that profile at that point in time.
Okay. So how does one start with the enrollment? And would you mind telling us about what the costs are about of this whole diploma?
Yeah, sure. So basically there are three main routes that one can take up. So first one is if you are a qualified accountant, like a chartered accountant, and you hold the membership with your national accounting body, like for the Indian CAs, if they hold a membership with ICAI, then they can go ahead directly. They need to provide their membership certificate, and that is it. That is the eligibility criteria one. Number two, if you are a graduate and you have a minimum 2 years of relevant accounting experience. So the experience should be accounting specifically, like any profile in the finance or accounts. So then you are eligible. And the third route is if you are not a qualified accountant or if you're not even a graduate, then if you have a minimum 3 years of relevant accounting experience, in that case, you can again go ahead with the certification. It's just that you have to get a work experience certificate from your employer and you have to provide it as your proof of work experience. So these are the three main routes. Yeah.
Okay. And what is the course structure like? What are the costs like and the exams and everything?
Yeah. So it's just one exam. It's similar to one paper of accounts that most of the CAs would have experienced. So it's one single paper, which is for the duration of 3 hours and 15 minutes. The entire syllabus is on the international financial reporting standards and the international accounting standards. And it's a descriptive paper. So it's a written examination. It's not a multiple choice questions type of exam. So it's a written exam. And the costs involved are 185 GBP, which includes the registration and the exam fees.
Oh, so it's 185 pounds. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty affordable.
Yes, it is. So you also have the option of taking up the tuitions or classes
Mm-hmm.
with their approved content providers. So they have their approved content providers. You can take
Right.
up tuitions with them, and if you opt taking up classes with them, then you get a discount in the registration fees. That is your 185 GBP. It will be discounted depending on the different course providers.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of the things. Yeah.
Did you take any classes or no?
Yes, I did. So, I was doing it with my job, right? So,
Okay.
I wanted to give a dedicated time, that is my weekends. So, definitely, if you're a working professional, then you will have to give your dedicated time towards it. And taking up a course is the easiest way because they take you in detail, they provide you the study material. So, that is a good way of doing it. You just have to ensure that for 3 to 4 months, you have to give your weekends for the exam preparation. So
Okay.
if you can, I think 3 to 6 months is the maximum time. I mean, if you're along with your job, 3 to 6 months you'll be able to give it.
Okay.
And talking about the exams, they are conducted twice in the year, one in the month of June and one in December.
Okay. And can you write these exams from anywhere in India or anywhere in the world?
Yes, so you'll have to go to the ACCA website and you will have to look for a specific center that you're looking for. So I understand that these centers are present in most of the countries, and like I appeared from Mumbai itself.
Okay.
So you have that option of taking the exams from your country.
And I also wanted to ask how much is are the classes expensive? The study provider that you used, are those expensive?
So it I think the cost typically ranges between 20 to 30K. So the
Okay.
tuition fees is more than the examination fees, but then it comes along with the study material. And if we try to get the study material, it is not available directly with the ACCA when you register.
Mm.
So you have to either take the tuitions, or they have their approved content providers from where you can take only the study material. So these all details are available on the ACCA website if anyone wants to check them out.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and how long did you take in terms of your preparation? Because you were working. How long was that whole preparation journey?
Yeah, so I started my preparation somewhere in the month of July end or August, and I appeared for the exams in December.
Hmm.
So yeah, I
Okay.
think that is the average time anyone should take because it's just one single examination.
Okay.
And if you dedicatedly, like I said, if you dedicatedly give your weekends towards the preparation, then definitely it won't take much time.
Okay. Does do you think that this is something that really helped you in terms of the work that you were doing or in terms of your career? Did it really advance something? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So I would say this course is not a career enabler, but a career enhancer. So, if you want to enhance your profile, if you're looking to work in an MNC, like right now, there are a lot of opportunities available, and many people have to prepare their financial statements using IFRS, or they have to do the consolidation. So that kind of opportunities are definitely available. For me, I wanted to do it more from gaining exposure into, like, I was curious about learning the IFRS thing because I did work previously with the IFRS clients in my audit, so that's why I wanted to do it. But anyone who wants to get into the IFRS, into the big fours, in their
Mhm.
in fast profiles, or in financial reporting roles, so
Yeah.
they should really go for it.
Okay. And what's going to be your advice to people who are considering this course right now? Any right, starting from people who are not sure, who are still wondering, करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए, to the ones who are like कि हाँ यार करना है, but कैसे आगे बढ़ना है इसमें? What is going to be your advice to all of them?
So my advice would be that you should definitely go ahead with the course. It is a very short duration course. If you are already working into a similar thing where you're using the accounting standards, it won't be a big deal for you. And at the end of the course, you will definitely feel that, yes, I have achieved one more, feather in my cap. So definitely you should go ahead. But right now in the COVID scenario, I would just like to add that in the month of June 2020, the exams were postponed, and then later on it was cancelled. So in December 2020, it is scheduled. And the change is that, like I told, it's a written examination. So now it would be computer based examination, where you have to write in your answers using a computer. So that is one change, like that I'm aware of.
So you have to basically type your answers in, and you're not going to be able to
Yes.
write it. And
Correct.
the duration and everything is still the same?
That's still the same. Yes. And it's 100 marks paper. So there are 4 different questions of 25 marks each. And one question that is like it's always there in the examination is consolidation. So that's always there. And others are mostly based around, testing your knowledge on the accounting standards and principles, those kind of questions.
Okay. And for any other information, everything is available very clearly on the ACCA website, or is it confusing?
No, it's very clearly mentioned on the website, like what are the eligibility criterias, and if anyone has any of the doubts about it, you can anytime drop an email to them, and they will definitely reach out to you. So it's very smooth.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. Thank you so much, Bhavna. Guys, I'm also putting her LinkedIn link down below. If you have questions, reach out to her. And both of us hope that you consider this course, especially if you're interested in IFRS. Thank you so much for taking out time, and wish you all the best.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here.